Shoot. Making it work.
It's a nice round.
Gotta get the angles right.
Just making it work.
And ladies first.
Hey, coach.
Hello.
When it comes to preseason, I guess just what's your philosophy of this? Like, how much do you want to try out some series in regular season, or just like get some run going? Like, how does it?
I think for us, it's just more about getting a run going, getting some chemistry, getting a feel for each other out there. Obviously, you want to use it probably a little bit as a gauge, kind of see where you're at. I'm actually glad we're playing New York. We know they're going to be a really quality team. So, you know, I don't intend playing heavy minutes or anything like that, but I definitely want to get the girls some burn, go against somebody else other than ourselves. So, yeah, it's just a thing where you can pick up some information about where you're at and kind of what you need to maybe hone in on moving forward.
Do you feel like you've installed a lot of new stuff during this training camp, or are you trying to just more so build on the foundation you guys laid last year with so much continuity, I guess?
Well, I mean, we're not going to, you know, recreate the wheel. We did some really good stuff last year, so we more so want to build off it. We added a few more things because we have a little bit different pieces. So hopefully we've added some things that kind of highlight their strengths. But yeah, I mean, this is about building a program, and so you wouldn't start all over. You'd start building hopefully where you left off.
You mentioned kind of getting a good evaluation of where you guys are. Where do you feel like you guys are before this game, I guess?
I mean, I'm a coach. I always want to be better. I always want to be, you know, further than we are. But the more important thing is that we don't skip steps, that we have a really good time frame to really teach and kind of instill our principles and our concepts of what we want to do offensively and defensively. So I'm really trying to just nail home the basics, the fundamentals of what it means to be a Las Vegas Ace.
How important is this game for some of the girls who are trying to make that final roster push?
I mean, for them, every day is important. I've been in their shoes. Obviously, the league in general is it's just hard to make a roster. So we have some tough decisions to make, but I'm excited about the pieces that we do have, and you know, looking to add or keep, or we're not quite sure yet, to be honest. So we're still in evaluation mode.
Obviously, you guys brought Alexis Peterson over after her really great overseas season. I guess what's really impressed you and let her get to this point of training camp?
I mean, she really gets downhill, obviously, offensively. You know, she's somebody who, even though she's small, I think she plays bigger than what she is. She's a hell of an on-ball defender. You know, so she's got some stuff that we don't have. So that makes her very intriguing for us.
So many of the players talked about last season, like how they got chip on their shoulder because of the biggest loss in the previous playoff. I'm sorry, not the biggest loss, the Phoenix loss in the 2021
Yeah.
playoffs. Like, I guess how do you build off of winning, you know, like carrying that same intensity?
Well, that's the challenge is I think you have to fight complacency. You have to fight the natural letdown of when you've won. You can't have any sense of entitlement. And you have to understand that you have to do it all over again and that it's going to be harder than the previous year. So that's what we're trying to prepare for them. That's what the habits that we're trying to build so that, you know, when things get hard, we have a good base to sustain us.
Guys, let me throw it to the Zooms. Jackie?
Hi, Kiah. Kiah.
Hi, Becky. Just wanted to ask you a couple questions. I'm just curious how it's been so far to be working with the new depth that you all acquired in free agency and sort of how that feels different from sort of the depth of 2022.
Well, I mean, we definitely have more depth.
Mhm.
A goal we had in the off season. Honestly, it's hard.
Mhm.
It's hard managing talent.
Mhm. Yeah.
Because there's so many different pieces and they all have kind of different strengths. So it's kind of going to be based on what we need in the moment. And that could change from game to game. And so I'm going to have to ask everybody to be very professional and understanding that on any given night, it may not be their night. Because you look around, it's like, you know, there's a lot of really good players. And like I said, with different skill sets. So each night will be unique in how we kind of use our lineups. But it's a good problem to have. It's my problem. We'll figure it out.
I appreciate that. And also, you know, I know you all are going to get these rivalry questions all season, but how do you see this rivalry evolving naturally with or without our push? And I'm just curious, why do these two teams, why is there, what does this have, or what composition is present that makes this potentially the next big WNBA rivalry?
I mean, I guess that's your guys' narrative to push. Go out there and play basketball.
Sure.
Obviously, that they've added in the off season. I think overall, just looking at the league, you know, I played in New York, and overall, I think it's a really good thing for the league because at the end of the day, the league needs New York to put a great product out on the floor. And I know Sandy and her staff and the pieces that they acquired are going to do that. And so anytime you put a great product on the floor, people are going to come. Because people want to see great basketball. I think we're a great basketball team, so naturally it gets pitted against each other. But I know our team and our identity, we're just excited to go out and play the next man up. I mean, and so whoever we are on where we are in a night in, night out basis, there's really no letdown. This is professional sports. This is a very difficult league to win in because there's only 12 teams. So we've all been around professional sports enough to know that anybody can beat anybody on any given night.
Thank you and good luck.
Hey, you want to switch it out?
That's great. I'm gonna follow that.
There you go. Right there's the hot seat.
Nice, can't wait.
Thanks, Coach. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and start in the room here. Andy first.
Kiah, I guess just what are some of your goals for this preseason game?
You know, go out there and have fun. No. Just get a footing to play back in the W again. You know, I just spent 7 months playing European style basketball. So at least for me personally, is not to get a defensive 3 seconds call. Just because overseas I could really just sit in the middle of the lane. It was cool. But just, you know, do what I need to do, be established in my role, you know, play good defense, score when I'm open, just kind of do whatever I need to do to help the team win.
What has Becky told you your role kind of looks like right now, and is it any different from last year?
No, not too different. Just, you know, bring what I bring to the games. I think it's not just for me personally, but everyone, it's like, don't try to do too much. Just do what you're really good at and shoot when you're open. That was mine specifically.
Does it ever get strange that like you came from Europe and not only you're playing a different style of basketball, but like now a couple of your teammates are on the other side again?
Yeah, it's definitely weird, but honestly, this is my eighth year in the league. It's just, you get used to it, which is a weird problem to have. You know, I was just teammates with them 2 weeks ago and now they're the enemy. So yeah, it's fun, it's interesting, but you know, you love it because you get to play with and against so many great players year round, pretty much.
Still not what Becky said about, the league needs New York to be good. You played in the Liberty. What do you think about, needing that market to be good?
I think they need it. I mean, my first couple years, we were really good. We just never could go all the way. And it's funny because the GM in New York told me when I was there, we really want to bring in a Stewie, a JJ, just to really improve this program. And now, 2 years later, I'm like, you did it. So I think it's great. I'm happy for them. I think they do need a great season just because they're one of the original franchises and haven't won yet. So I know that they're looking forward to the season. But, as for me right now, I'm more focused on Vegas. But yeah, I think it's going to be a great matchup.
How do you like the new additions to your big rotation, Kiah and Candace?
I mean, it's great. Based off what I just heard Becky say, we do have a lot more depth this year. I think that'll help us at least take, some miles off the starters, some miles off their legs. But like she said, we really just got to focus on us, make sure we do what we need to do. And she has options, which I think is going to help us a lot.
Speaking of that depth, have you seen or have you guys talked about being able to use it more situationally? Last year you guys had to play kind of the same rotation no matter who you're playing, but this would maybe have some options?
She hasn't really talked about it now. Like I said, we're just in the middle of camp. This is our first game. So we're kind of just going with it right now. But I think this would be just a good test for us to see where we're at, what we need to work on. And then I don't know, but maybe she'll try different lineups to see how we play together, like what this group strength is versus this group. But I think that's kind of what this preseason game is going to be about.
Jackie?
All of my questions were asked, so I'm all good.
Cool. So I'm Gucci then, right?
You are gone.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
We'll be back momentarily with Alicia Clark.
I know, this one.
You may.
Awesome, thanks, guys.